Hello, welcome back to my world of stuff. It's Friday afternoon, and this is a video which I wasn't expecting to make today. I sort of knew it was coming some point in the next few days, but the video I was expecting to do today was this much promised physical media update that I hinted at last weekend. I still can't quite do it because there's a couple of things I'm waiting for. Posty's been a bit slow. There are a couple of items to turn up in the next day or so. So rather than do some of it, I thought I would just wait a day or two until everything I'm expecting is here. Bit difficult at the moment because I'm buying a few different odds and sods here and there. But when I get to record that physical media update, it's going to be a biggie because there's quite a lot of new Blu-rays and 4Ks and steelbooks and comics and all the usual stuff that I feature in my physical media update. So it will be worth waiting for. This video, though, is one which I always do at these particular points, these sort of milestone landmark moments in the history of this channel, because as of this morning, Friday, that may change this evening, it may go down, it may go up. But as of today, Friday, I have hit 2,500 subscribers on this channel. Now, as you know, when I reach those milestones, and it's usually the 500s, I like to post a video just thanking you all for subscribing and viewing. And I know that these videos are repetitive. They don't get lots of views, but that's not the point. I do them just so I can display and show my gratitude to everybody who looks at this channel. Subscribers, even unsubscribers. Although you're quite naughty, you should subscribe. But anybody who looks at this channel and watches a video, and I understand that not everybody's going to watch all the videos because we all have different tastes. Some people might be interested in Doctor Who, some people might be interested in films, classic TV. You mix and watch what you want, and that's what I wanted from the channel, really. I wanted to be sort of magazine-y with a raft of different features and different things that people can pick and choose. But the subscription numbers are a barometer of a channel's development and its growth. And when I think back to the fact that I think it was only last October, after about 3 years of sort of trundling along, getting a few new subscribers here and there, I finally reached 1,000. And now here we are, 8-9 months later, and up 2,500. And as I always say when I do those videos, I never expected that. I never expected this. I did the channel during lockdown because I've been watching a lot of YouTube stuff and quite enjoying it. It was quite nice because that was a time when you weren't really able to see your friends. You weren't able to go out and mingle and socialize. It seems like a long time ago now. It seems longer than 4 or 5 years. And I think that YouTube was a way of seeing ordinary people doing ordinary things. And a lot of that was stuff connected to the things I do on this channel. People going out and buying Blu-rays, people going to car boot sales. And a lot of these things were, of course, historical because people weren't able to do those things at the time. But it was quite interesting to watch videos of just ordinary people doing ordinary things and reviewing films. And after a little while, I thought I wouldn't mind having a go at that. So I set up the channel in 2021 as an outlet, a creative outlet. As many of you know, I write and have written for magazines over the years. But I felt that this was perhaps this was a slightly different and obviously more visual way of expressing my creativity, such as it is. So I started up the channel just on that whim, just to see where it would go. And I thought if I get a few subscribers and a bit of, a few comments and things, that'd be fun. Obviously things have grown over that time, and here we are with 2,500 subscribers, which, as I keep saying when I do these videos, I know that it's quite small compared to some people who've got thousands, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. But I think my niche is slightly different. Obviously I'm a little bit older than a lot of the shouty, pointy YouTubers out there who deal in clickbait and screaming at people, and then this isn't what this channel's about. It's laid back, it's a little bit older, and the demographic is a little bit older when I look at the age of people who watch the channel. But nobody is excluded here. If you're 10, you want to subscribe to this channel, please do. And if you're 110, likewise, just press that like and subscribe button and stick around. But just getting 2,500 subscribers, I mean, getting 1,000 subscribers, I was like, wow, I can't believe that. 1,000 people have expressed an interest in watching my stuff. And now to be at 2.5, it makes you realize that the reach that YouTube can have. And whilst I have issues about certain things on YouTube and the certain ways that some people express themselves and that sort of clickbaity element, that's not what this channel is. And I think that I've found the way of doing things that I quite like. I like doing the retrospective stuff, certainly because now more and more people are watching things. I took a bit more time because when I started off, I thought I knew about lots of these TV shows and films, so I would just talk about them. But now I do feel that it's incumbent upon me to do a little bit of research about the background of films, who made them, who's in them, and put them in their context. So it's not just me saying, I really liked this film, it was brill, which some YouTubers will do. I hope that there's a bit more worth to this channel than just me spouting off my opinions, although it's pretty much that's what it's about a lot of the time. But at the end of the day, it's all about you guys. You're watching, you're commenting, and the comments section is absolutely fantastic. I'm so pleased that I have, by and large, avoided all the bile and anger and the fury that you often see in comment section on YouTube channels. Everybody's very nice here, possibly because everybody or a lot of people are much older and don't feel the need to shout and rage at people, which is much appreciated. But it's a nice community here, and there's a lot of people who you know who you are, who post regularly on videos and have said to me how much they enjoy the channel, and it's one of their favorite channels. And that, yeah, it's just hard to come to terms with, really, because as I said, I've always been used to writing for magazines and writing things, and you don't get a lot of feedback, you don't get much interaction because you write something for a magazine, which is great and it's fantastic to do that, but it's published and it's on to the next issue, so you very rarely get anything back. And certainly in my experience, if you do it, sort of, how dare you say that about my favorite TV show, that sort of thing. But I don't get that here, and I'm really pleased about that. So well done on your restraint, all of you, for not shouting at me, because there's certain things I might have said about Doctor Who, and it's always Doctor Who that unfortunately causes the dissent. But even here, I don't find a lot of that, really. I think that perhaps a lot of those people find other places on YouTube where they can vent and rage. I hope it's got across that I don't really like that sort of stuff on here, and people don't post it, and if they do, it disappears. So hopefully they've gone off elsewhere. So I just wanted to say once again, as I always do, and it's very hard to know what to say every time I do this, but I feel that I must do it, because I can't just keep doing this channel without thanking the people who make it happen. Because if you people didn't subscribe, and if you didn't comment, and if you didn't like, and if you didn't get involved, there'd be no point in me doing it. I'm not doing it for my own fun. I enjoy doing it. It's great fun to do. But what makes it work is all of you who subscribe, and all of you who like, and all of you who comment. And thank you all for doing all that. Thank you all for making 2,500 happen beyond my wildest dreams, because YouTube is a busy old forum. There's a lot of stuff out there, and it's very hard to make yourself seen and make yourself heard. And to even have carved a little niche here is just something I'm proud of, actually. I'm really proud that this has happened. I've been able to do this. I look back at my early videos and I go, oh God. But it's all a learning curve, and I'm still learning now. I think my videos are better than they were at the beginning, but there's still room for improvement. And hopefully we will see that in the coming months. So once again, thank you all very much for making this possible. Thank you all very much for allowing me to be in a position to make this video. 2,500 subscribers. I'm so pleased and grateful to you all. Thank you very much. On now to possibly 3,000. Let's see how long that one takes. Thank you very much for watching. If you are new and you've just decided randomly to watch this bloke banging on about how many subscribers he's got, why not like and subscribe to the channel? That'd be great. It's great to have any of you on board. It's fantastic. Right, back to my Friday. I'm not sure what you guys have got planned. It's a balmy with an L, Friday afternoon here. Oasis are playing in Cardiff tonight. I ain't going because I couldn't get a ticket. As you may know, they did a video about that 9 months ago or something. But I am sitting in the cinema room. I'm going to catch up with some reading. I'm going to have a cold drink and listen to some Oasis banging tunes. That's my Friday afternoon. Hopefully over the weekend I will get that physical media update with you, and possibly something sort of special on Sunday if I can do it, because it's the anniversary of quite a famous classic science fiction film this week, and I do like to mark those occasions. And I'll be doing that hopefully over the weekend. And also, I must also mention in passing in this video, the loss of two acting legends. Just yesterday we lost Gerald Harper at 96, classic British actor, best known to many of us for his role as Adam Adamant in the classic 1960s BBC series Adam Adamant Lives. I did a video on that back on the channel a few months back, so please go and check that out. A great actor, retired about 20 years ago. I don't think he's done anything for a very long time, but he lived to a ripe old age and really well known to us for Adam Adamant and later the country drama Hadley, which ran on ITV for several years. And also the surprise loss of Michael Madsen at 67. He passed away suddenly yesterday or the day before. Best known to many of us, of course, for his work with Quentin Tarantino, particularly in Reservoir Dogs. And it's not impossible that I'll be doing a Reservoir Dogs review next week as a sort of a tribute to him. It's one of the things I can do on this channel, I think, is react to these things when people in the industry pass away. I can just say a little bit about them and perhaps take a look at some of their finest work. So certainly that'll be coming up hopefully in the next week or so. And there's lots of other stuff. There's a Doctor Who Retro coming up. There's the much awaited, by certainly one subscriber, review of a forgotten 1980s science fiction show from the States called Otherworld, which I'm getting psyched up to watch and review next week. So loads of stuff to come on the channel. Once again, thank you all for being here and making this possible. I will see you soon. Until I do, you keep taking the stuff.